everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Instillment HQ. I am Ben.
And I'm Reese.
And today we have Mihai with us.
Fellas,
What's going on, Mihai?
how you doing? Thanks for having me. Just chilling,
Brothers,
It's our
enjoying
pleasure.
the holidays, you know.
thanks for coming. Great
Thanks
to
for
see you.
having me.
It's great to see you for the first time ever on the podcast.
Yeah.
You've never been here before, have you?
Never been here before. You guys never fucked shit up before.
No,
it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very professionals.
Oh
Yeah,
all
very
the
professional, you
time.
guys. But I'm happy to be here for the second time.
Yes, no, we're
glad you're
happy.
here.
Really, this is gonna be our last episode for 2019.
Come on.
So I'm excited. I'm excited that we're ringing the year out with
Very nice,
the man
man.
himself. You know,
I appreciate
The
it.
man of
Not
the year.
The man itself,
Yes.
but, you
Man of
know,
the year.
the
There it
guy
is.
who moved my mic. How's my green line doing? I'm
Your
good.
green line
line's
is
good.
nice and
Yes,
green.
These guys are good.
I love it. So what do we want to talk about today? I'm feeling pretty chill right now.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had some
Yeah.
good conversations.
A great conversation.
yeah.
It's
Why don't
been
you- why don't you
the
just tell us
key, the key. What do you
I
want
don't
to
know.
know?
What do you want to know?
What would you like?
What do you want to know?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, why don't you just tell us a little bit about kind of who Mihai Raducanu is?
Big Romanian.
Yep,
Yeah.
done.
That's it.
Perfect. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, listen, man. It's just I like living it. I do all kinds of things that create impact. It's all related to basketball and life and sports and people. So I've been able to carve out a little niche that started on the basketball floor and helping kids get better, man. Helping them be better students, be better athletes, be better people, learn about different ways of life. And it's cool. I've been doing it since 2008, but really my whole life, just growing into this point. So it's cool.
Nice.
It's cool to be here right now and just doing what I'm doing.
Love that.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
How did you kind of like figure that out that this was kind of going to be your thing?
Oh man,
Was it like a process or was it like?
yeah, for sure process, but I don't know if you can really put like a timeline on it. Just because you learn little things, right? It's like little things that you do. They add up. Every little thing, every little habit you create, every little piece of information you process and you write down or you get rid of it, and things add up, and experiences in your life that you evaluate, that you break down and see what the takeaways are. Those all form you. And if you have some confidence in yourself and you have good people around you and good mentors, you can figure out a bunch of cool things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, did you have any teachers or mentors of your own growing up that kind of helped forge that way of
Yeah.
thinking for you?
Yeah, I still do. Like it's like growing up in Romania, it was different because everybody kind of takes care of everybody. Everybody, we're communism, and life wasn't like, for us it was perfect because it was how we lived. But you learn that it's like, shit, we don't have enough to eat, or there's poverty around. There's uniformity, right? I think that's the best word, uniformity.
Right.
So, but you learn, you figure out that there's better ways, and you make it happen in that ecosystem type of place. And then when we left, I was 15 when we left, then like a different world opens up, right? Like it's crazy. So many things to do here, so many opportunities, so many avenues you can take, and support is crazy. And obviously privatization is very well welcomed. So it's cool. It just opens up your world. So mentors everywhere. My high school coach is one of my, number one mentors. And I call him for everything. I talk to him about everything, One of my old workmates when I was a cop, he was, superintendent of services. He's one of my mentors. I still talk to him to this day. There's tons of people, tons that help you. Some help you more than others.
Yeah.
My dean at Canisius, huge mentor, huge, advice giver and truth teller. You need those guys. You need them. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool that we're talking about mentorship because, I know I consider you a mentor, and I feel like you've kind of taken Instillment as a whole under your wing, you know what I mean, to make sure we're kind of
Yeah, thank you, man.
doing the right thing. So
You guys are.
first off, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
doing
Always
good
appreciate
things.
it.
Yeah, always growing, always learning.
Absolutely.
You've come a long way, brother.
I was going to say, it's pretty cool. The first time I met Mihai was just just a young chap trying to make some videos for basketball. And
Great
how
use
about
of
that
chap.
story?
Great
Though,
use of the word chap.
Have to. A great word.
Yeah, crazy story. You know, Merv was my video guy, and he was getting it done. You know what I mean? He wasn't doing anything wrong. He was, you know, producing stuff. And Reese came and said, "Hey, want me to film you some shit?" "No, man, thanks. I got a video guy already."
Rejected instantly.
No, fuck off.
Yeah, because you know, like, you're a young kid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he came back and said, "Come on, man, please let me do some stuff for you. I'll shoot it at like no cost, or I'll shoot it at a low cost." I was like, "Sure." And he had one video you did, right? And I was like, "Merv, sorry, brother. Yeah, you know, this guy's in. Like, he's good, you know."
Thank you.
And Merv, yeah, it was good. He understood everything, no problem. That's business, right?
Yeah.
But and then just watching you grow, cool, so cool.
It's been quite the journey, I'd say.
Yeah, we've had a journey. We were talking before we went on camera, you know.
Yeah.
The trips.
Many travels together.
Yeah, numerous travels, but it helped you.
Oh,
helped
100%.
you learn on the go.
Absolutely. It was cool just like having that first I don't know, like encounters that we'd have like before the training started. I remember the story right away. It's like, "Hey, what time do you want to meet in the morning to talk about stuff? Do you want to meet at 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 a.m.? I'm like, "Okay, I'll do 9. He's like, "Oh, you don't want it bad enough." Like, didn't respond. I was like, "What the hell?"
Oh yeah.
But it was a good test, and like those mornings, I think, stick with me to this day. Just some of the chats we've been having, or we had in the past, right? And just the things you tell me, and hey, man, like, what do you want to do? Like, not what your parents want to do, or what, you know, people say you should do. What are you feeling right now? And obviously, as most people know, the story did not want to involve school in it. And so, you know, I feel like you helped me in such a positive way to be like, hey, there's things past school. You don't have to rely on school. Like, school's not the be all end all. Learning is good. Education is good. But you can do it in other ways that are going to benefit how you learn and what you want to do, right? So
Yeah. And for certain things that you want to do, you have to do the traditional school way.
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, man, learning is all out there. It's you talk to high school students all the time. You talk to, you know, what are you learning in school? Nothing. What would you rather learn about?
Yeah.
This. I want to learn. Like, I want information, but you know, Changing Our Minds is a good book. Yeah, Ken Robinson. Read that. It talks about the school system and how it's so archaic.
Interesting.
It's a good book.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Out of Our Minds. Ken
Our Minds.
Robinson. Out of Our Minds.
Out of Our Minds. Check it out.
Yeah.
On Blinkist or otherwise.
Yeah, anywhere. Like, this is
Either
great.
Yeah.
We're
Love
not going
that.
to talk about it though.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, but
People got to go read it.
Yeah. Knowledge. Go get some knowledge.
Yeah.
Man. So it was good. It was good to watch you grow. It was good to see you continue to grow.
Thanks, man.
And create your own little brand, and then with some high quality guys around you,
That's the only way to do it.
building a nice little company. Yeah, you missed them. They
just left, actually.
They were here earlier. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
What's up, Ben?
Not much.
Good to see you.
Keeping
man.
it real. It's always good to see you.
This guy does great work. Eh?
Oh, yeah. How about that video we just saw? Holy.
All right, now let's not turn this around.
No, actually, I'm going to do a little plug for us. Instillment HQ. I know we haven't done much on it other than these podcasts, but guess what?
true.
We have so much more on the
I
way.
just
Got
seen
some
some stuff. I
crazy
just seen some
stuff
stuff.
down the pipeline. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mihai was our first test viewer.
I
Seems to be going
it.
well.
Loved it. You
I
guys
can't
do,
wait to share.
you
I
guys
can't wait
do
to share
good
that
stuff.
stuff. That's going to be amazing.
Keep a lookout.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
past
sure.
stuff, some newer stuff coming up, so you're gonna get it all. I mean, nice
great.
little behind the scenes look
great.
at how we operate.
Fantastic.
There you go.
You're not ready.
No,
No,
no.
but it's cool. It's cool stuff. But your design stuff's great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate
It's
it.
After Effects, same as design stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. It'd be
Yeah,
classified
there you
under
go.
design.
visual,
for sure.
visual design.
That's very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Thanks, man.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, you know what? What I want to know is how this cup is doing right here.
What's wrong with my cup, man?
No, it's brilliant.
How's your water doing?
Oh, it's really good, actually. Yeah,
see?
there's not a lot of
That's
it
why
in
you
me
gotta
right
carry your
now.
own cup, man.
You know what? I really should.
Lesson learned.
Speaking of hydration, how important is keeping up with your health in relation to how well you operate in your work?
Oh, it's like You can't do it without. Like it's crazy. You gotta you gotta be taking care of your body. You only get one of them. Take care of it.
True.
You know, I love doing that.
Yeah.
Take care of your mind. Otherwise, like, what's the point? Because if you're not doing things for yourself to make yourself operate at full capacity, then you can't really give much to anybody else full capacity.
Yeah.
True.
So if like you got to operate at the highest level possible, you got to expect the most out of yourself, have super high expectations so that you can pass on to others, you know? Yeah, it's crazy important. I don't even know why this is like still like an unknown. Like this should be very well known. It's crazy. So many people don't really understand it.
Yeah.
A lot of people, or at least with us, sometimes it's like, oh, we're so busy, we don't have time for like health and stuff. And I know this may be like a silly question to you, but how do busy people or younger entrepreneurs who, you know, have school and they're trying to start their business, like just carve out that time or discipline probably? Or?
Yeah. So stuff like that comes up all the time. Like, I don't have the time to do it. I want to learn, but I don't have time to learn. I want to read books, but I don't have time. I want to eat better, but I don't have the time. I want to work out, but I don't have the time. Well, then you just don't want to do it. So you don't want to do it because maybe you don't know what all those things can do for you. So go learn, go educate yourself. Or you don't want to do it because you think that, you know, societal pressure and earning money and keeping up with Johnny next door is more important to you than your own health. So then your whole priorities are messed up. I actually posted today about ego.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, go read that. December 29th post. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's, so there's no like, oh, you should do this. Carve out some time. Set your alarm at this time. Bullshit. Do you want to be healthy? Do you want to live? Do you want to do good things? Do you want to leave a legacy? Do you want to help others? Do you want to make the world a better place? Well, then take care of yourself. Otherwise, your priorities are all fucked. You know? So, yeah, it's important. It's very important. You know? We just talked about the holidays. Like, how much beer have we drank the last few days, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no, for sure.
it's not good.
No.
You know? So then you got to take control and be clean. Like, just clean your stuff up. So, yeah, I plan. I mean, Britt, I'm very lucky that Britt's around, right? So, we plan everything together. We cook it together. We prep it together. We make sure everybody gets to work out. You go to the gym. You just help each other, and it makes it easier when your person's on the same wavelength as you are. So, you know, it's two people kind of carrying the load and groceries and prep and whatever, schedule setting, and but it's good.
Yeah, it's key.
It's good, but you just got to get it done.
True.
Just get it done.
True.
There's so many self-help
exactly.
books and all this shit. Just get it done.
Yeah,
I was
you just
gonna
fucking
say,
do it.
I mean, because I've worked alongside you for like ever, that's always been the thing. It's like, just get it done.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go out and party and do all this stuff? Go ahead, but just get it done.
Yeah.
Like, make sure that work's done, or that edit's done, or that you're at the gym the next day and not wandering the streets of Lithuania.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Just, I've seen you do that.
Yeah, me too.
You might not remember seeing yourself do that.
No.
Yeah.
That's how blasted you were. You saw yourself do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looked at some reflection. Who's
That
that guy?
person.
Awful.
Yeah, man, just get it done. I mean, I don't understand why you would start doing things. You know, I tell Nye unlocks, and Nye unlocks are my kids. Which, you know, have you met them?
I haven't met them, no.
Yeah, they're great.
I've heard stories, though, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Fantastic.
great. Yeah, they're awesome.
Beasts.
So yeah,
Nye's taller than you. She's 10.
For sure.
Okay, I get it. Guys, I'm short. First, before this, we're talking about Lithuania, how I'd be a fucking the shortest person in Lithuania.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you'd be a midget.
All right, well, that's all for today.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I always tell them, like, know what you're doing before you're doing things. Like, understand what's happening, understand where you're going, understand that, you know, don't just do things to do things. Don't do things because other people do them. Don't do things because you've seen other people do. Just assess everything, and when you decide to do something, it doesn't matter, just get it done. No matter what, figure out a way to get it done. Just figure it out. Funny story.
I like
So-
those.
We're ready.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just a cool parenting story. You know, I know the audience is a bit younger, but still, it's a cool parenting story. So Naya said to me the other day, Naya and Locks, they're like, hey, can we go eat at this place? And I said, sure, if you can guide me there, if you can get me there. So I got in the car, and Naya's in the passenger seat. And she's like, okay, go right, go left. We drive for a while. So we should have been there in like 3 minutes, but we've been driving for like 15. Totally the wrong way, like totally so far away from where we're going. But I'm not stopping her. I wanted to figure it out. She's like, you know, this looks familiar. Maybe not. Finally, she's like, Dad, you got to stop. I don't think we're going the right way. So I said, great. What do you want me to do? She said, well, for sure, turn around. You know, so just teach him processing. And then she's like, but I don't know where I'm going. So I'm like, well, figure out a way to figure this out. She's like, oh, your phone. She gets it. She types in the place, Google Maps, which I've already taught her how to use. Gets us there. You know what I mean? But problem solve. Just understand why you're doing things. It's a small example. It's a small piece,
But-
you know? But you do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then your kid now knows, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, I actually really like that.
Mhm.
And it's pretty cool that you bring that up at this time. It's the end of the year when, you know, a lot of people, even us, were saying, yo, we're going to do these goals and hope to accomplish stuff.
Yeah.
But before we go and do that, understand why we're doing it.
Correct.
Understand how to get there. Educate
Yeah.
ourselves on like, okay, if say, for example, okay, I want to be in better shape. What's the exact steps or what's the general
Mhm.
Yeah.
process?
Where
How
are
can I
you
get
going?
there?
What's
Yeah.
the roadmap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you going? You know what I mean? Like it's like life,
Mhm.
right? It's, you know, our dreams, right? That's where everything starts, you know, and then you build from your dreams the whole roadmap all the way to, you know, dreams, you know, opportunities, plan, everything, right?
Mhm.
Just keep it going.
Yeah.
So what's the
Sweet.
plans? What's the plans for 2020 for Instillment?
We'll talk about that on another one. Actually, Ben and I are going to be the first episode in the new year.
Oh,
It's gonna be me and
okay.
Ben. Yeah. So,
Nice.
Yeah, we'll
Sure.
talk about that one. Great
Yeah.
question, but since you asked that, we're going to flip that on you now.
Okay.
So what's the plan for Mr. Mihai
then, you
here?
know, some plan is like some parts of it are like insider trading.
Right.
I can't really tell you.
Of course.
Of course.
I can tell you,
Yeah.
but I
not
can't
not in
tell
the
you
area.
guys. Not yet. Sorry. I'm just kidding. No, it's all good, man. It's you know, basketball,
Mhm.
No Limit Performance is going great. It's growing. We have people in the mix, people that want to help. We're doing city programs in St. Catharines, Hamilton. You know, I live in Hamilton now, so a whole back and forth Niagara Hamilton thing. It's really cool. Good people in the program. It's doing what it's always done, growing and helping people get better and just providing a quality, basically, service, you know?
Amazing.
So it's good.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. That's where it all started, you know? 2008.
Mr. Zach Bickle.
Yeah, yeah. Zach Bickle, man. I was working with his dad. I used to be a police officer.
Cool.
And I worked with his dad. His dad said, hey, you play some high-level ball. You want to train my kid? And I said, sure. Kid's in grade 7. You know, I want this to be for the long run. I want him to learn. Sure. And I started in his driveway, August 23rd or August. I don't really know what date, but I have it on my phone. I can bring it up.
Amazing.
But I still have that workout. So anyway, I showed up. I typed out the workout. Boom, dude. A little tucked in the shorts, you know, ready to go. And his driveway crushed it. Kept going weekly. Kid was getting better. His buddies wanted to get better. And the next two guys were Nick Green and Luke Fast.
The boys. The OG crew.
You know those guys. You know them?
I don't know the other two. I know Zach though.
Yeah, great
Shout out
guys.
to Zach.
Yeah, the three, I call them the three originals, you know? And anyway, those kids listened. Those kids worked hard. Those kids got better. And then obviously the natural reaction is for their teammates, for their friends, for people to be like, yo, why are you so good? And anyway, that's how it all started. So it's cool to see it grow all over the world and see it grow. You know,
So that's where No Limit started?
yeah,
Fuck. Hey.
that was it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was
Just
it,
like
man.
that. That's sick.
Yeah.
Can you just actually, again, sorry to interrupt, but there's a cool thing that I remember you telling me. Sometimes entrepreneurs are going to have like obstacles, right? And you didn't have a gym.
Yeah.
for example, right?
Yeah.
So how did you get past that?
My buddy was working at Niagara College, and we were. I was like, I need a gym, so he would like tell me a spot during the day, where I could go and like rent the gym, pay a little fee. But then I needed more and more and more time, and then he's like, "Listen, I can't help you." I was like, "No problem," but I already knew like people around there, so the security people. I started talking to them and getting to know them, and I would bring them like coffees and Tim Hortons cards, and they just thought I belonged in the gym. Like they would like open up the doors for me, put on the lights. But I was sneaking in. Like I wasn't allowed to be in there
It's so cool.
at all. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, so it was good. And the gym wouldn't open till like 1 p.m. So I'd go in there in the mornings from 6 to noon and just crush workouts, just work people out. And it was fun. Used to send an email out, like first response, first come, first serve, like old school. But that's how it grows. That's how stuff starts. And then you kind of,
That's unreal.
yeah,
Well, you did what you had to do, right?
you automate it. Yeah, it's great. You'd be crazy not to do what you got to do if you want to do it, you know?
It's just the whole no excuses thing, right?
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I need a gym. There's no gyms available. Well, I'm gonna find a way,
Figure
kind
it
of thing,
out.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, figure it out. You know, you're doing good things. You want to help kids. You want to help them be better. You want to help them grow. Figure out a way. If you're doing it for like recognition and, you know, selfies on Instagram, whatever, you know what I mean? If you're doing it for like the money, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? Go do something else that you actually want to do, because all the other stuff comes with it, you know?
A question that I have, maybe for you, it seemed like it was a very natural process, the kind of goal and the vision that you had, and it kind of felt like it was your purpose to have that impact on people, right? But when people come up to you and are like, how do I find my purpose or passion, right? Because even sometimes I've come up to you and been like, man, like I'm feeling lost right now. Like, how do you guide somebody through that, or what advice would you have for them to be like, hey?
Yeah, I don't know if you can guide per se. Like, there's so many like
of course,
life coach. Fuck it. You know, it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's like super annoying. You know,
Yeah.
I was fat and now I'm skinny, so let me teach you how to live your life. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot out there, but there's some real legit ones. Like, there's some real good ones out there that actually have like professional background, and they've gone through some real life stuff. And you know, I know a whole bunch of them. It's not just a handful. There's a whole bunch of those people out there. So I think the same way they would help you, I would tell you the same thing. Like, you got to figure it out. You got to lay out some things. Like, where are you right now? Who are you right now? What's making you be you? Like, what are your patterns? What are your behaviors? What is some shit that you do steady? What's some stuff that you steadily do bad? What's some things that always cause you to trip, to fuck up, to relapse, to whatever, you know? And once you identify those things, then you got to be like, all right, well, I want to be here. Okay, great. So what's here look like? And then what are you going to change? What are you going to modify? What are you going to add to get there? It's just that. Like, it's easy. You just got to actually do it. And it goes back to, well, why not take time for yourself? Like, it's very important. I told Spielberg before you came, I said, today's a great day for so many reasons. You know, I was waiting for this time. I was waiting for being here at 5:00 because, you know, I haven't seen him in so long, and I like you, but I like him more. And I haven't seen him in so long.
Well, we have a little bit more time together.
It's probably the third time I've been in a room with you. So.
So that was one thing. Second thing was, I'm pumped that we get to redo this thing after, and we knew it was going to be better, you know.
Of course.
Yeah, 100%.
And then the last thing is, I have 2.5 days left in 2019 to just reflect, you know, and see how the year went. You got to do those things.
Absolutely.
If you don't, well, you're just existing, you know. You're not doing much.
Yeah.
You know?
I think people overlook the reflection part a lot. I know I forget to do it sometimes, a lot of the times, because you're just so focused on the next step, right? but
Yeah.
without actually measuring how far you've come or what you've been doing. And like you literally just said, is what are you doing now that's good and bad,
Yeah.
and how can you improve that?
You got to. Otherwise, like Coach Walton always says, you know, when you're through learning, you're just through. You're done. Like when you're done learning, just what's the point?
True.
You know? Yeah.
It's pretty cool that you just said all this stuff though, because I have an actual document from when we were living in Florida.
Yeah.
And you said exactly that, because that's when I was feeling lost. And you're like, okay, we'll figure out where you are now, where you were, and where you want to be. And what's in the middle of all that. What does each thing look like? What do you got to take it? Like literally exactly what you said, you told me like 2 years ago, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that, you know, that's a tried and true thing. Because I feel like from
Yeah.
Florida till now, everything looks a lot different, right?
Heck
So
yeah. Yeah.
hopefully.
When you shit yourself in that locker room back there,
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah. Should we talk about that?
I mean, it's your story.
Hey, you know what? I think that was a really
Yeah.
cool story. I
Yeah,
mean,
for
go ahead.
sure.
You want to lead the way here?
I mean, listen, we're a huge project, you know. So one of my mentors is Gannon Baker, and I played for Gannon, and you know, he basically helped me become a great basketball coach and doing everything I've done with Zach and Nick and Luke and then everybody else after. And Gannon would always help me and mentor me, and anyway, great friend, great mentor. And eventually me and him agreed for me to help him reshape his business a little bit. And we've done that. And one of the things that we had to do was create an online curriculum, which Ben was part of and you were part of. And, you know,
1,039 videos.
yeah,
sir.
it's a lot of videos.
Just a few.
So the idea was to create this online curriculum, which you guys know.
Yeah.
But
Off by heart.
we
Gannon
wanted
Baker here. I could recite an entire thing. Yeah, anyway, sorry.
he's great.
Oh, it's the best.
There's nobody better on the
Yeah.
court than that guy.
Oh,
Seriously.
absolute animal.
You just
I
can't.
know nothing about basketball. I was like, fuck, that's good.
Yeah, you wanted to play
Yeah.
basketball. You
Yeah,
wanted to
like
start
actually,
playing.
though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
But you gotta. So this guy shows up. I'm like, listen, we're gonna get it done in 7 days or 9 days, whatever it was. 9 days, I think.
Yeah.
We gotta get it done. Okay, cool, no problem.
Shooting 1,000 videos in 9 days.
But he was like, he was also like at the time, you know, you were in a lull, man. You were in a bit of a lull. And,
Absolutely.
like,
I will be the first one to admit that. 100%.
but still, it's Spielberg. Like that's, you know, fuck, we go way back. Like he's not gonna fuck around.
Yeah.
And he didn't. So shows up, we get it done. But the very first day, shit's not going well. And I don't know the technicalities of all this, but microphone basically wasn't recording, right? Am I right?
Yeah. Basically, we were using wireless mics, and there were so many different frequencies that were taken already that it was disrupting our use of it.
Yeah.
So no clean audio. And I was tripping out because I'm like, I don't have a backup, and there's really no other way to do this because of the way we were filming.
Yeah.
And the way we were filming was I was on the Steadicam for like 10 hours a day, making sure I got Gannon doing everything that he was doing by the moment. And I feel like that's why
The curriculum's so good, yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
but there's no
And-
way to like, you know, there's not gonna be a guy with a shotgun thing. Like, I don't know.
So anyway, so this guy says we can't do it. We can't. I mean, this is it. We can't film. We can't do it. Like we have people. We have gym books. People there again, and kids coming in for appropriate age group. Professional guys. Like it was just all set up.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, we can't do it. So we shut it down for a day. We send the kids home. Gannon leaves. And I'm like, this guy's like, fuck, we can't film. So I'm bringing him in the back locker room with his gym. And I just was like, Reese, what the fuck? You can't just, I don't even know what I said, but I remember saying things like, do you remember?
I don't remember exactly. I just know it stuck with me in my soul because it was such a dark moment of like, and I know it doesn't seem like much, just the mic not working, but it was everything else. Like the kid, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it just wasn't. We've never done this anyway. We've never done something like this before, so we're like learning steps for everybody. But anyway, I just fucking went straight to his heart, and I just basically it was like the message was, listen, you can't run away. Like you cannot run away right now. Like this is all in place. This is happening. This is a major project. This is, you know, an expensive project. This is people are involved. It's a lot at stake. You can't just be crying in the corner and sucking your thumb. Like, you got to get out of that. You got to get out of it.
Yeah.
Figure it out. What do we got to do? What would make this work? What would create this? I mean, finish this project. And it was like an hour, I think. It was like, just, you know, you can't do this. Like, you can't let me down. You just can't. You got to figure out a way. So anyway, the kid figures out a way. And for the next 8 days, we just destroyed 1,100 videos.
The shift in mindset was insane though, because like physically and mentally, like that amount of videos and that amount of time was just like, it was silly. And I was the only shooter. You were the only one organizing it. Like, we had just the most skeleton crew you can imagine, and we pull off this course that's like, I don't know. You
Brett
tell
was
me.
there. Well, no, Brett was there.
Sorry, Brett was there too. Like, we
was
4 people on crew side.
Wow.
Like,
Just no. Listen, I'm jumping in from coordinating to demonstrating. He like films and passes balls, like right. Like it's pretty crazy. But it's state of the art. It's highly liked and received all over the world. It's awesome. It's it's a very cool way of the way it was filmed. So
it's wicked.
We got it done, but it could have gone south fast. But that just shows character, right? So that's like when you plan your stuff from that day on and from now until forever. That's one of your staples that you're like, whatever I felt that day, whatever the empowerment was, whatever I tapped into to shift my mind, I always have that. So you got to always search for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's crazy when you go through something like that. I don't know. After that conflict and anything, it's just like not even deflected, but you just, like you said, you tap into whatever mindset that is, and you're just like, I got this. I'm a beast.
You've already done that before.
Yeah.
Because you never, you always react to things the way you are. You never react to things the way things are.
Yeah. True.
But the three of us react differently to different things, you know?
Yeah.
So just keep learning.
Yeah.
Evaluate the experiences.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't just have experiences. Oh man, let's have an experience. Well, let's learn from it. You know?
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that's when we kind of became close too, on the editing side of things.
I was literally just going to say, like, that whole thing is tried and true to us editing all that Gannon stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was like literally 4 days in, and we're like, fuck. Like,
there's a lot of videos.
I don't think we can fucking do this. Like, this
Well, I remember we filmed it in November. And I was like, yo, can we release this January 1st? Oh, yeah, no problem.
What an idiot I am.
Yeah, no problem.
Inexperienced.
July 1st, we released.
Yeah, but we had it done in January, though. We had the course done in January. Mid-January, we had all the videos.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then the, what was it? Like, the changes need to be made. We had everything, like, good to go. Because everything ended up getting
the
pushed
input
back.
team then there was a lot of that's good, but
Yeah.
still we didn't release till July 1st. Whatever learning experiences on everybody's
Oh
side.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But like you said, it was the first of its kind, right?
First
Like,
of its
it's
kind.
highly
And
regarded,
systematic, and it had to flow. And thank God we numbered videos to exercises.
That Google document was the holy Bible. That
I remember that. Yeah.
Come on, that
was sick.
Came in clutch.
Yeah.
brother.
If you're gonna do anything of scale, organize, plan, and organize again.
Nothing would have made sense if we didn't have that.
No, we would have been lost too.
Yeah.
No, no doubt.
Yeah.
Insane. I was so organized.
Yeah. You and Brent did a really good job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. We crushed it.
Yeah. Like literally after that though, that pinnacle moment was just like Ben and I became like this because we sat right here for like a month and a half every single day for like 12 hours.
I remember your phone call. I think you were literally like on your way back from the airport or something. You were like, listen, what are you doing the month of December? And I was like, what the fuck do you mean the month of December? He's like, I literally need us to work on a video. It's probably going to take a fucking month.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do it.
That was the coolest part.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, he didn't ask, like, oh, well, like, you know, this and that. I'm in. Yep. Let's just get it done. And it was like, that was sick. I really liked that.
Yep.
That's good. That's nice.
Deserves the pound. Why not?
Yes, sir.
As
a big Romanian once said, just get it done. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we got it done.
I just love getting it done.
Just get it done.
And just don't. There's no need to.
Well, it's the slogan of No Limit.
Yeah. That's it.
Learn, train, compete,
compete, conquer.
Yeah.
Hey man, honestly, if you don't feel like you got to put everything you got into it, you don't need to do it. There's no reason for you to do it. There's nothing that fully draws you towards it. So just don't do it. Don't do half-ass shit. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's it. Go do something else. But I'm 6'9" and I can run and jump. Cool, but if you don't love basketball, you're not going to be a baller.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
You know?
Yeah. I feel like because this part just came after that whole big thing, people are going to overlook what you just said.
Yeah.
But that's so important.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's so important.
Like,
yeah, don't overlook that. Rewind. Listen to it. It's like,
no, for real though. Like, I don't know. That just hit me
Yeah.
right in the sack. That was like, but seriously though, like if you're not going to put 100, yeah, like that just makes,
why would you do it?
yeah.
You know?
What's the point?
Go all out, man.
And I think that goes back to what you were saying earlier about reflection. Like, ask yourself, like, is this really something that's important to you and that you love doing, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to. And be open to change. Be open to roads being different, to roads turning into things that you've never, like, it's crazy. I'm 39 years old and I've done so many cool things and I'm always open. I'm still open. Like, I'm doing a lot of great stuff. I'm helping Gannon. I got No Limit going still. And, I teach at Canisius at the university level. And I do so much speaking and leadership through sports stuff in schools and universities and coaching association. But it's all stuff that I've always been open to welcoming in. And it's all ties in. Nothing that I do doesn't tie in. Yeah. Basketball, Gannon Baker's basketball. Leadership through sport, what's all sports opened up to people. I teach in sports administration, sports product, like it's all the same, same people, same circles. So the growth is so much faster when you're open to new things. And
but still within your realm though.
That's it. Yeah. Don't be all over the place. Like everything I do fuels the other thing. It's like a circle. They all fuel each other because the basketball knowledge gets passed around, the sports, the entrepreneurship knowledge, the connection with people, the talking, the relating, the passing on information. It's all a big, cool circle. And it's all about, if you're open and you're open to learning and you're open to receiving information for the purpose of spreading it out, then it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
Love it.
You guys do that.
Yeah. I mean,
Try.
yeah, I was gonna say that's the goal. Of Instillment,
You make
really,
everything I just said. You make it look really good with like moving pictures and music.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah.
How about that last talk you did? Between the Kelly's organization of your talk, your delivery, and then the edit.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Good people in your
Disgusting.
corner, man. Yeah, good people in your corner. You gotta have good people. Like you can never. Like that's a great addition to the team. I mean, Kelly's just I don't think Kelly. That's it. You know what I mean?
The best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets it done.
Oh, does she ever?
Yep. She knows
she's the most no bullshit person other than you ever.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Helpful, but knowledgeable. Because there's a lot of no bullshit people, but not much to them. But she backs it up.
100%.
Good. And you need people like that in your corner to help you see things differently, to tweak what you have. You can't do it all. You just can't do it all.
True.
It's if you think you can, then you're not going to get far. You're going to get somewhere, but you're not going to get far. If you get somewhere, you'll just get stuck. But when you learn to like have people around you that can help you, that are way better than you, way smarter, they have different skill sets, different ways of looking at things, and you guys also mesh as humans. Your principles are pretty similar, your way of life is pretty similar, then you're going to help each other grow. And that's relationships. Don't fucking network, have relationships.
Love that.
Just like, I was going to comment on it before and just say, like, the amount of times I fucking heard that through my life and throughout school, like, the key is to network, It's like, me walking into a room full of fucking people I've never met and then getting their phone number is not going to fucking help me in the long run. It's those few people that are going to say, hey, you know what? Like, I really like what you're doing with No Limit Performance, Mihai. I really like what recent you're doing with Instillment guys, like let's sit down, like let's schedule a meeting, like let's get to know each other, let's go for a beer, let's have a drink, let's fucking shoot the shit, and like flesh everything out, like make a genuine connection like that, as opposed to I'm gonna walk in a room because I feel better about my fucking business career now that I've shaken hands with 1,000 people I'm never gonna fucking see again. So that just kind of hit me because I was like, yeah.
That like goes back to people thinking that the world owes them shit. Mm-hmm. Nobody owes you shit.
Yeah.
Nobody expects anything of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you expect of yourself? So it goes hand in hand, you know.
Yeah.
My university coach, when I went to my first Final Four, and I've been to a lot of them, when I went, he said, don't be a over-the-shoulder talker. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, you know those guys? Because the Final Four is like the place to network for getting coaching jobs, because people are getting fired, people want to move up from different levels of coaching. Anyway, it's like a big thing. And I said, because I don't go to get a job, I just go to learn. But he said, don't be an over-the-shoulder talker, like talking to Reese, shaking his hand, but looking behind him, see who else I can see to go shake hands with. Who else? Who's better than him? Yeah. What the fuck? Just talk to the person if you want to talk to them. If not, don't talk to them. You know?
Yeah.
True.
It's simple human communication,
That's
really,
very
if you
simple.
think about it.
Very simple.
But then, like, you know, I'm sure we've all done that at some point. You know what I mean? And so it's like...
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's something that you should be aware of. Like, if you're going to have a conversation, make sure you're in that one for the right reasons. And like you said, if you don't want to, just fuck out of there.
Yeah. It's easy. You know what I mean? It's go find somebody they actually want to talk to, that's better than you, that's done what you want to do really good, that's, you know, maybe somebody that's in the same place that you are, that you guys are trying to learn from each other, and maybe go find the expert in your field. I don't know. In fact, go find somebody that you can learn something from, you know, and create a relationship with them.
Yeah. True.
Not because they can give you anything or take you to some place, just impart some awesome information upon you.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
How come you have a furry mic and we don't?
I actually just don't have any other mic covers like that. Oh. And this is called a dead cat, actually.
Okay.
So
like legit.
It's actually called a dead cat, and
nice.
It's used to cover mics outside in the wind.
Okay.
It helps more with wind dissipation.
Interesting.
But this is the only one I had, and it was better than the pop filter because you couldn't see my face. So this one, it just adds to my beard.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. Looks good.
Thanks.
Just curiosity.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Should get custom ones, all pimped out.
Oh, I'm so down.
More importantly, where are we going to have some beers and some food after this?
I don't even know where, but I'm excited.
Because we can be on here forever. Like, we can talk about stuff.
That's very true.
Absolutely.
Would you like to give any of the listeners some parting advice?
So loosely, you know.
Anything. You have the floor.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think just do things that will help the world be a better place. Just do all those things. Don't do anything that harms the world. Don't do anything that, you know, tarnishes your legacy. Don't do anything that is not helping other people. Be creative. Find new things. Build new things. Create new stuff. Like help the world be different by growing. You know, don't take advantage of what other people have already done. You know, because there's a lot of stuff. You know, somebody invented this. You know what I mean? Like, make them better if you can. You know, make the way we use them better. Create something completely different that's never been thought of. You know, this is the time. You have access to information and people, and it's so easy to get new ideas going nowadays. You don't need to really. You can be, 4 years old, whatever. It's just, do things that will leave the world better, and then that category can be spread out into a million pieces of advice. But that's the main thing, you know.
True.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's next for you then? This is your time to plug. A little Mihai plug for everybody listening.
Yeah, there's not much to plug. You know, I'm growing. I'm doing things. I can't talk about some things. I just can't, just because of like some contracts. But it's all nothing's new, nothing's different. It's just sports and putting the right information in student athletes or just students' hands, and leadership through sport, and how sport affects our internal formation from a young age, and what good it does to us when we're older, and from mindset to physical activity to relationships to leadership to being a team member to failing a lot. That's the absolute mission, and everything that I'm touching right now has to do with that in one way or another. So there's no focus is right on that right now.
Very nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
thank you, man.
Lovely.
Looking forward to hearing about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, fellas.
Can't wait to hopefully be involved with that stuff too.
Yeah.
You're always involved. You've already been involved. You just don't even know.
Ooh, that is a spicy meatball. All right. Love it.
So Italian.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Mihai. I really appreciate you coming
Yeah,
out.
thank you.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
really appreciate it always.
Keep on crushing it. I can't wait to hear the Instillment stuff over beers,
Oh,
and then
gonna
the
be
world
great.
can hear it from your podcast.
It's gonna
amazing.
be a good time.
That's good.
Thanks a
Yes.
lot, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Remember, good kids do good things for good people.
Man. Boom.
Boom.
Just
Done.
leave it at that.
Yep.